how does Kanplexity help leaders navigate complexity? There's a wonderful leadership decision framework called Cynefin, the sense making framework. Cynefin, pronounced Cynefin. And it was created by Dave Snowden and based also on a paper on HBR by Mary Boone and Dave Snowden in 2007. And essentially it's been around for about 21 years now. And it has become standard in terms of how we explain complexity. But Cynefin is like an onion, and the more you understand about it, the more you understand you don't understand, and you're kind of peeling back layers and learning more and more and more and more. And so Kanplexity gives you a jumping off point for understanding Cynefin, because we need one person on the team or a guide. The guide could be in the team or could be someone external to the team. The guide needs to understand complexity. And so what we've done is we explain Cynefin in Kanplexity, although it's really explained in Cynefin.io, the wiki, open source wiki for Cynefin. But we try to decode it in layperson's terms so that you can understand how to read this compass. I use the metaphor of a compass. Cynefin is like a compass. So how do we read this compass? When it says we might be in the complicated space, what do we do in that space? When we think we're in the border between complicated and complex, known as the liminal of complicated, what do we do there? What do we do in complex? What do we do in deep complex? What do we do in positive chaos? It's actually positive chaos. What do we do in negative chaos? And when do we need to kind of go into the middle of the compass saying, oh, I'm not sure I trust the compass, or I'm not sure if we're in the right place on the compass, where do we need to go next, kind of thing. Kanplexity decodes for the guide how you need to react in particular situations. It even has an orientation reference where you can say, it says, optimize for this, facilitate for that. These might be good measurements in this particular space, and so on. And so essentially what it does is it gives you a starting point for understanding complexity. Cynefin is not an easy framework to understand completely, and the Kanplexity guide essentially tries to decode that for normal people like you or me. So that's how Kanplexity helps leaders understand complexity.